So now that we draw the most of the lines and the hash and define every elements here, the next thing that we want to add is that we want to add the information about each assembly and tell the readers that, for example, when they look at this piece, what that basically that assembly is. In order to add this information, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use what is called multi-leader in AutoCAD. So in order to do that, I have two options to accessing to multi-leader. First, I'm going to go to the home button and I'm going to change the layer and I'm set the current layer to dimension. So I either can go to this to the annotation section and then click on the leader, multi-leader, or I can go to annotate and the section for the multi-leader. Just like any other drawings that we work on, the first thing that we have to do is that we basically have to change the basically changing the scale annotation scale and change it to what is basically the right size of our print. And I'm going to change this one to 3 over 4 equal to 1. So 3 over 4 equal to 1 is one of the default of AutoCAD, so I don't need to create a new one. I'm going to put it as is, and that's going to be when I add an annotative scale, an annotative dimension, or multi-leader or text, that's going to be my default value. Then I have to create some sort of a new style for my multi-leader. So I'm going to go clicking on this piece, basically that brought the multi-leader style manager. And I'm going to use the annotative one, and I'm going to modify that. So for the first thing I want you to do is that I want you to change all these values for the general to by layer. So basically when I change them by layer, that's going to use the specification of layer for this. The second thing I want to change is the arrowhead size. Right now it's close fill, it's fine, but we want to change this one to 1 over 16, and we're going to leave the leader break to 1 over 8. I'm going to go to the leader structure. In the leader structure, basically everything is going to be set up as it is. The only thing that we're going to change is the landing settings. Right now it's 23. I'm going to change this one to 1 over 16. That basically 1 over 8. And that basically define what is going to be the landing for this piece. So this is the size of this piece. Then I'm going to go to the content, and in the content, just like any other settings that we did in a dimension, one of the things that I have to change is the text style. So I'm going to click on the text style, I go to the annotative, I create a new one, I'm calling it section, and I'm going to change the size to 1 over 8. That basically going to be the size of my text on the print. Apply this, close, and I'm going to keep it all the time horizontal. I can use other option, but for this drawings we're going to use the horizontal one. Text color is supposed to be by layer, and the size of the text is basically already set up, so it's going to be 1 over 8. And everything else I'm going to leave it as it is, and I'm going to say OK and close.